For the sake of 10 men I will not destroy it. Book of Genesis, chapter 18, verse 32, Sodom and Gomorrah. In brief, passage. The book of Genesis, chapter 18, verse 1 through chapter 19, verse 29. Theme, divine punishment. Setting, around 1900 BC in Sodom and Gomorrah, 2 towns in the Valley of Sodom, possibly near the Dead Sea. Key figures. Adam, son of Terah and the future father of all nations. The angels, God's earthly messengers. Lot, Abraham's nephew who was settled with his family in Sodom. Lot's wife, a woman who may have enjoyed living in the sinful city of Sodom. Sodom male residents, depicted as a sinful and unfaithful people. Like the Great Flood, in which God destroyed and remade creation, the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah is one of the most dramatic examples of divine punishment in the Bible. It illustrates the need for human beings to both to fear God's power and trust in his judgment. In Genesis chapter 18, Abraham is visited by 3 angels in human form. One of them, speaking as if he is God, tells Abraham that he has come to investigate reports of sinful behavior in the towns of Sodom and Gomorrah. The angel, or God himself, indicates that if the outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is so great and their sin so grievous as he's heard, he will destroy the cities. The writers of Genesis then reveal the close relationship between Abraham and God. God challenges God's plan and humbly asks, though he is nothing but dust and ashes, whether it is right to take such drastic action. While he is not prepared to resist God's wishes, Adam bargains with him, confident that the judge of all earth, chapter 18, verse 25, will do right. Eventually, God agrees that he will not destroy the cities if he finds at least 10 good people within them. God's wrath. The story moves to the city of Sodom, where Lot, Abraham's nephew, invites 2 angel strangers to stay in his home rather than in the town square. Lot prepares a meal for the angels, breaking bread without yeast, foreshadowing the hasty meal the Israelites prepare when they flee Egypt. The book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 8. Later that night, the men of Sodom arrive at Lot's door and ask, "Where are the men who came to you tonight? Bring them out to us so that we can have sex with them." Chapter 19, verse 5. Refusing the men's request, Lot offers his 2 virgin daughters to the crowd instead, but the men refuse Lot's offer and try to break down the door. The angels strike the crowd with blindness. They warn Lot and his family that God is about to destroy the city. Lot flees from Sodom with only his wife, 2 daughters, and the angels. God brings down fire and brimstone to destroy the 2 cities. The angels warn Lot not to look back, but Lot's life glances behind her and is turned into a pillar of salt. The day Lot left Sodom, fire and sulfur rained down from heaven and destroyed them all. The book of Luke, chapter 17, verse 29. Saving the penitent. The sin of Sodom and Gomorrah is traditionally considered to be homosexuality, giving rise to the word sodomy. However, passages about the city's sins focus on the abandonment of justice and neglect of the poor. The book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verses 8 through 15, and the book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, verses 48 through 50. More significant is what the story reveals about God's judgments and his relationship with Abraham. God considers the evidence before making judgment and allows Abraham to bargain with him. God is prepared to reward the righteous and save the penitent. Nonetheless, his judgment is final. The cities of sin are not spared. Cities of sin. Sodom and Gomorrah are not the only sinful cities in the Bible. Others debauched or lawless settlements include the other 3 cities of the Valley of Sodom: Admah, Zeboim, and Zoar, Edom, and Jerusalem. States such as Egypt and Assyria are also censured for their lack of morality and disregard for God's laws. These cities of sin were held up as dramatic warnings about the terrifying power of God's wrath. The book of Revelation describes the destruction of the city of Babylon at the end of time, noting that the smoke from her goes up forever and ever. Chapter 19, verse 3. This is a direct reference to the smoke from fire and brimstone that rose up from the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah during their destruction.